subtraction questions. Okay, they are different for how we should be doing question 8 all the way to 13. Those are your multiplication and division questions. Okay. So let me just run through that again. Please do your corrections accordingly. So 7 plus negative 4. Okay, when it comes to addition and subtraction, we recognize that this is the addition sign. When we are side by side like that, okay, immediately side by side, we can simplify it. By our golden rule, we know that plus and minus will give us a minus. So we will write 7 minus 4. Okay, so that's how we go about simplifying our plus and minus over here. And 7 minus 4 will give us 3. Okay, so the working that's expected to be delivered should look like this. Okay. Likewise, when it comes to 2 plus negative 9, okay, with this question here now, 2 plus negative 9, what should our next step be, Jin Shin? Yes. What will you get? 2 minus 9. Excellent. Okay. So 2 minus 9 because plus and minus gives us a minus. Okay. So 2 minus 9 that would be equals to call it negative 7. Okay. Then question 3. Question 3 we have negative 15 plus 7. Okay. That is like you owing $15 and then you earn $7. You take the 7, you pay back the friend that you owe. How much do you actually still owe? Okay, you will still owe $8, right? Okay, so that will be expressed as negative 8. Okay, so the thinking process behind it, okay, is that you would likely think about, 15 minus 7, okay, and that will be equals to 8. To find out how much you still owe. Okay, but because it is owing, that's why we get negative 8. But of course, okay, in the exam, okay, you could use your calculator to help you out with this. I'm just really testing, okay, the rules that you know over here. That's why I didn't allow you to use your calculator at all. Okay, you can depend on your calculator. Don't need to depend on your mental sums, okay, during your test. Next, question 4. Negative 8 plus negative 7. Okay, so what would our next step actually be? How do I simplify? Wait. What is the working supposed to be? 8 plus 7. Why do you say 8 plus 7? So you think that there is negative 8 and negative 7, so negative become positive, is it? That is not the correct idea, yeah? Okay, I'm glad you raised that up. Okay, because I said earlier, only for addition, subtraction, the operation side by side, then I change. Okay, so the operation that is side by side is this one over here. That plus and minus will then change into a minus sign. In front of 7, negative 8 remains as negative 8. Okay, we clear about this? Okay, when it comes to addition and subtraction. Okay, so it should be negative 8 plus minus change into minus, then the 7 is left there. So now, okay, what will our next step actually be? One final answer. Katie. Yes. What's your answer for this? Negative 15, excellent. We have negative 9 minus 8. What will your answer actually be, Xingru? Negative 17. This one is just, you owe people $9, you owe another $8. Total will just be negative 17. Okay, no working required. Okay, yes, that's it. Okay, that's because, no, you write before 17. Oh yeah, net cost. Okay, how we change? Okay, then question 6. Sorry, I marked this early at night, so sometimes I'm a bit wrong. Okay, question 6, we have 20 minus negative 5. Z, what will you get? Next step.
25.
25, how? Why? What's the step? What's the working?
Minus and minus equals plus.
Minus and minus equals plus. Very good. So we get 20 plus 5, and then we get 25. Okay? And then the last addition and subtraction question. We have negative 3 minus away negative 10. Okay? What would our answer in this case be? Trina, what do you think? What's our working going? Negative 3 then? Plus 10. Is it? Okay. Excellent. So negative 3 plus 10, because this minus minus become plus. And our final answer, that will be what, Hansheng? What's this answer? 7. Okay. At this juncture, right, I want to actually also highlight that in your own answer, although your final answer sometimes is correct, but if your working is wrong and there's a contradiction, okay, no marks was actually given, which happened to a few of you. Final answer correct, but your working over here didn't make sense, okay, they are definitely not equal at all, so I didn't give you the mark, okay. Next, question 8. We have 4 times negative 2. Okay. Now we're looking into multiplication and division. For multiplication and division, what we do is we look at the positivity and negativity of the answers, of the numbers, okay, as a whole, to decide is it going to be positive or negative. Okay. So this 4 over here is positive. Okay, where negative 2 is negative. So my final answer needs to be what kind of number? Positive or negative? Ziyi, what do you think? Sorry, Ziyi is there. Yes. We have a positive 4 and a negative 4, a negative 2. Multiplying together, our end answer, should it be positive or negative? Sorry? Negative. Okay, very good. So we know the sign first. Okay, then we see the number itself. Okay, the digit ignoring the sign. 4 times 2, that gives us 8. Okay, so when it comes to multiplication and division, we determine the sign first, then we determine the value. Okay. Next, question 9. Negative 5 times negative 3. Okay, Yuxuan, can you tell me what would the answer be? Or can you tell me first maybe, is it going to be positive or negative? Positive, very good. Okay, so I'll just write red. Okay, don't need to actually put down the positive sign. Okay, then final answer is Yuxuan, 15. Okay. Alright, so 5 times 3 gives us 15. Okay. Next, question 10. We have negative 3 times 8. Okay. What would our answer in this case be? Plus 8. Sorry? Negative 24. Okay. Not minus. Minus is at plus, minus times divide. This one is negative and positive. Okay. So we get negative 24. 24. Right? Next question 11. Negative 18 divided by 6. What do we get, June? Negative 3. So negative and positive give us negative 18 divided by 6, that is 3. Okay? And then 72 divided by negative 9. I realize that when it came to multiplication, or some of you are hindered by not knowing your times table. Okay, so that's why answer end up wrong. Okay, 72 divided by negative 9. Tracy, what's the answer? Negative 8. Wait, okay, 72 divided by 9, you get 8. Okay, last question, question 13. On the first page I need, okay, negative 15 divided by negative 5. What we get in this case, Joshua? Negative 15 divided by negative 5. Can you tell me, is it going to be positive or negative? Positive, very good. And then 15 divided by 5 is very good. So answer is 3. Okay? Questions? Yeah? Okay, then we look at the questions at the back, which is what most of you found difficulty in. So let's work this out together. Okay. Now, we have negative 6 minus negative 8 in brackets, minus 3 times 4 plus 45 divided by negative 5. We know that our Formulas rule say we must do brackets first. Okay, so let's handle the ones inside the square brackets. Okay, which is this part here. Okay, we need to first simplify. Okay, what's inside the square brackets? Now, in presentation of working wise, I saw that there are a few of you who like to take things out. Okay, you do things part by part, all over the place, then you give me an answer. That is not acceptable. We need to mature our presentation. Okay, so step by step, show it continuously for the entire line. Okay, so let's practice that. So minus 6 minus negative 8. Simplifying it, just now went through all the operations already. What would it be inside the square brackets? Common one, I think. Minus 6 minus negative 8. How can I rewrite this? Minus become plus. So there is these two minus sign together, so I will change it into a plus, right? So that means, what do I write inside my brackets? Very good, negative 6 plus 8. Okay, so let's write that down first before jumping into calculation. Okay, then we have 3 times 4 plus 45 divided by negative 5. Okay. We haven't cleared out the brackets, so negative 6 plus 8, what will that be equals to? Yelena? What is negative 6 plus 8? 2, very good, okay? So negative 6, we owe people $6, we earn $8, you actually still have $2 left. Okay, so this bracket becomes 2 minus 3 times 4 plus 45 divided by negative 5. So you see that I try not to skip steps. I do things one at a time. Okay? That's because we're still learning, we do things one at a time. Later on, once you get things faster, you're familiar with things already, you can do things all concurrently, okay, at the same time. Okay? So now square brackets are done already. We move on to multiplication and division. And that would be this part over here and this part over here. Okay? me use a different color. Okay, so now, a little bit confusing over here. We have 2 minus 3 times 4. Let's ignore the minus sign and focus on only the 3 times 4. Okay, so 3 times 4 that gives us 12. Okay, so we have 2 minus 12. Alright, maybe let me write the 12 in green. Okay, let's also ignore the plus sign. Okay, and then we do 45 divided by negative 5. What is 45 divided by negative 5? Negative 9. So since it is negative 9, can I write it like that with 2 operations side by side? Cannot, right? We must use the brackets. Okay? So again, let me use green color. Okay? So now we still need to go on to simplify because this plus and minus are side by side. What will we get with plus and minus? Minus, right? So I will have minus sign over here. So 2 minus 12 minus 9. Okay? 2 minus 12, that will be equals to negative 10 minus 9. Overall, my answer will be negative 19. Okay? So this is the expectation when it comes to presentation. Okay? So please present your answer in this manner. Okay, question 15. During yesterday's quiz, there are some of you who were confused. They asked me, what is this minus minus together? Okay, then in front no number. How? Okay. So actually, when we talk about minus and negative 8, it is essentially like negative 1 times negative 8. Okay, same idea. Otherwise, you can see as how we were doing it, like maybe like this, okay, or minus minus negative 8 become plus. So we know that minus minus, once they are side by side, it becomes a minus minus becomes what? Becomes what? Plus, okay? So it becomes a positive 8. So that is the thing that we need to apply, okay, for this case. So we will have positive 8, which is essentially just 8, plus 9 times 4, divided by 11, minus 3. Okay, so that's the first thing we have to do. Then we have to do multiplication first. Okay, before multiplication and division first, before addition and subtraction. So within this bracket, we have multiplication over here. Okay, so we need to multiply 9 times 4 together first. I saw a lot of you, I think most of you cannot do this question at all. Okay, you went to do 8 plus 9 or 8 plus 4, I don't know what you were doing. Okay, so let's just clarify. Next thing that we have to do is this 9 times 4. So it is a plus first, follow through. 9 times 4, 36, divided by 11, okay, then followed by minus 3. Alright? Then I can do 8 plus 36, which is going to be 44, divided by 11, minus 3. Okay, then 44 divided by 11 is 4. So 4 minus 3, final answer is just 1. Okay. Right, questions? Yes. I said when operations side by side, that's fine. I want minus 3 there. Yeah. Okay, so now I want us to go back. Yesterday we were looking at, okay, we looked at all this already. Okay, I want us to turn to our textbook, page 42. Okay, textbook page 42. Looking at practice now 6. Okay, the diagram is on your book. Yeah. 42, practice now 6. Oh, okay, sorry, 43. Thank you. Okay, there's a thermometer, picture of a thermometer on the textbook. Looking at question 1. Okay. It says that the figure shows a thermometer. The readings are in degrees Celsius. We want to find the difference. Okay, I'm just writing that key question down. Find the difference between the temperatures indicated by points A and B. Okay, what does difference mean? What's difference? Subtract. I hear someone say subtract. Okay, now the question here is, we know that difference means subtraction. Okay, but subtract what and what? Sorry? Yes, okay, very good. So when it comes to difference, it's not just about subtraction. We need to know that it must be the big number minus the small number. Okay? The bigger value minus the smaller value. Alright? So in your picture itself, can you tell me at point A, what is the number that you can read off the thermometer? Okay, Asi says -5, Hansha also say -5. Do we all agree that it is -5? Okay, so -5 is what we see on A. What about B, Joel? What is the value that we read from our textbook? Okay, for B. What do you read of the thermometer? Joel, you need help? We're looking at page 43, question 1. Practice now 6. Sorry? 23. Do you see? It's 23 now? Okay, so B, we see that it is 23. Okay, so therefore, the difference in temperature, remember about presentation, need to write down these words, difference in temperature, sorry, will be equals to, which number is bigger, 23 or -5? 23, so 23 minus away, do I just write -5? We should put brackets, is that all? Okay, should be minus away -5, huh? Okay, so 23 minus -5, what is our next step? Kyra? 23 minus -5, next step is 23 plus 5, good, and we will get 28. Okay, I'm just writing this step here because I want us to really practice minus minus become plus. But in your test or your exam, you can press calculator from here to here. Okay? Next, question 2. your page 43. It says that a holiday resort C is located at the top of a hill which is 314 meters above sea level. In fact, there is a diagram guiding you, so I'll just draw that diagram. Okay, something like that, right? Okay, something like that. So that is the sea level over here. Okay, so it says that the top of the hill, which is 314 meters above sea level, top of the hill, okay, this distance here is given to be 314 meters. Then a tourist attraction lies at D. Okay, a tourist attraction D lies at the bottom of a valley, which is 165 meters below sea level. Okay, so if I were to draw a dotted line across, this distance here is going to be 165 meters. Okay. Firstly, the question wants you to represent the altitude at D using a negative number. Altitude refers to a height or distance. So in case you do not know what is altitude, so it's referring to a distance, a height. Okay, so this was labeled in your diagram to be C and D. Okay, so that means that this itself and D, that altitude, maybe I use a blue marker, altitude at D, to represent it with a negative number, sea level is considered to be my zero, my ground level. Being below will mean that it becomes negative. Zach, can I have your attention over here, please? Below, okay, so therefore I will have negative 165. Okay, so that's the altitude at D. Okay. Then now we want to find the difference in altitude between the holiday resort and the tourist attraction. Okay. So difference again, it is big number minus small number. Alright, so big number will be 314 meters at C, minus away negative 165. We will get 479. Oh yeah, I calculated wrongly. 479, yes. Yes. Okay, Hasha asked a good question. Can I straight away write 314 plus 165? You can. Okay, you can. But then, why is it plus in the first place? This was the critical step. Okay, so I rather you write this than you write the plus actually. Okay, but nothing wrong with that. Okay, questions? Why are you not writing anything? Your friends all writing something already. That's okay. Why is it doing this? I don't go back. Well, why are you writing on? The textbook on the table is, I don't understand why is it on that. Okay, look around you. What everyone is doing. Okay, you have a table, you write on the table, you don't write on the back. Doesn't make sense at all. Okay, next we move on. Okay, I want us to now turn over to our exercise 2C, page 52. Okay, textbook page 52, exercise 2C. Okay. Again, the question very long. I'll just write the important stuff. Okay, so follow me when I'm reading it. Okay, are we all at question 15 already? Right? It says that in a mathematics Olympiad, a correct answer is awarded 3 marks, but a wrong answer is awarded -1 mark. Okay, so the question was very kind. It tells you correct answer, award 3 marks. Okay, then a wrong answer. Okay, wrong answer is actually a deduction of 1 mark, which means that if I express it, deduct 1 mark. Okay, if I want to express it as a negative number, that means this is a -1, this is a +3. Okay, for correct and wrong. If no answer is given, 0 marks. Okay, award 0 marks. So these are all the critical information in the question itself. Okay. Then there is a person, Albert, who took part in the Olympiad. There were 30 questions. Okay, so 30 questions. Oops. Of which 17 questions he answered correctly. And then 5 questions answered wrongly. Question asks how many marks did he score? 17 correct, 5 wrong. Did he answer all the questions? No, right? So actually how many questions did he not answer? 8. Okay, so we just take 30 minus 17 minus 5, we get 8. Okay, 8 no answer. Alright? But it doesn't really matter actually because no answer means 0 marks, right? So now the question wants us to find how many marks did he get. Okay, so for correct we'll earn 3 marks, wrong will deduct by 1 mark. Okay, I don't want us to calculate this separately. Like I mentioned, we mature our writing, okay, our presentation. So we will write marks awarded, okay, to be such that 17 are correct, right? Yes, Francis? Go. Okay, 17 are correct. Each one 3 marks. So total I will take 17 times 3, a positive 3. Okay, to find out how many marks he get correct. Okay? Or rather, how many marks he got for the correct answers. Then we will add up, okay? So, I'll just take it as an addition, okay? Because after all, for the wrong one, we are already going to minus. Okay, so minus how many? 5 they are wrong. So, 5 times of -1. Okay? You can take the addition as a generic symbol, okay, rather than put minus and then minus here. Okay. Yes, let's see. Why do I what? Why do I put the brackets? Oh, why did I choose to put brackets and not put times sign? Is it? Oh, okay. Let's see. Ask the question. Why I choose brackets? Why I don't put times? You can. Nothing wrong with that. Just that I also want us to know that brackets also represent multiplication, right? Okay, that's what we learned before as well. Okay. So that's why I put brackets instead of your multiplication sign. Okay, so then you can press this whole thing to calculator. Don't need to go and worry. So can you press this in your calculator? What do you get? 46. You press or you count it? Oh, okay. Do you get 46? Yeah. So do learn how to press. Don't be lazy. Just go and punch in the calculator. Okay. Any questions? Right? If no questions, okay. Now I have good news. Okay, for chapter 2, right? Okay, I'm not going to give you homework. Okay, because actually I already gave you that quiz. That quiz is supposed to help me, okay, learn about how much you understand about this. So I think we're good with that already. Okay, so 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 no homework. Alright? 2.4, 2.5, okay, which is your fractions and mixed numbers and decimals. Okay, these two chapters, right, mainly, okay, it's all just calculator pressing. Okay, no working is going to be expected out of you, okay, in terms of like showing all the multiplication. I think in primary school when you do fractions, you have your keep, flip, change rule, right? Or your keep, flip, KFC rule. Okay, or I know some primary school teach some butterfly thing. Last time my set one tell me, okay, set nodding his head, okay, got some butterfly thing. But we will revisit all of that and re-emphasize on it when it comes to algebra. Because those ideas still important, okay, but for now, we just do the calculator pressing. Okay? So therefore, for 2.5, 2.4, 2.5, just learn how to press calculator. However, I want us to all make sure we know how to press also. Okay? So, can we all turn to our textbook, page 57. Let me just clear this whiteboard first. So these two topics, press calculator. Okay, so I want us to look at practice now 13A. Okay, I want us to see part A, B, okay, just A and B first, alright? Will you press the calculator now? Okay, for part A and B, write down your answer in your notebook. Okay, then check with your friend if you are getting the same thing. Okay, if you're not sure, you raise your hand, I'll help you in terms of calculator pressing. All the brackets that are there must press. All the other operations also must press. Do you know how to press for fraction? Yes, right? Okay. Mixed number also, hope you know how to press. If you don't know, you raise your hand, I come to you. Okay. We need to increase our speed, so let's work with 1 minute to find out the answer. Okay. I know some of you need to write, so I give you 2 minutes now, okay? answer ready? Anybody needs help? Yes? Okay. Yes, Rose. Show me what you have. Show me what you have. Right answer. Okay, yes, Xavier. Okay, wait. I just write first, then you just check yourself, okay? Okay, this is the answer for A and B. So I want you to check. If you don't have it, okay, you try press your calculator again and you come around to look at what you press in the calculator. Okay. Maybe your calculator will show -8/7 in the improper fraction. Okay, let's try to put our answer in mixed fraction. Do you know how to change into mixed number? Okay, there's a button to change. Okay, some of you might need to read carefully and transfer to your calculator carefully. Okay? Are we all good with pressing? Okay. Let's just do one more. Okay, I want us to look at part D. Okay, part D, can you press that now? Okay, then I want you to press the decimal. Hang on a sec, let me come over to you soon. Okay, I want you to check that these are the answers. Okay, you really have to go and check it out and clear out that problem if you have in calculator pressing. Okay? I hope you are all getting the calculator answers. Okay? I'm going to return to you your homework. Once you have it, okay, keep it with you. Look at your errors. Sorry, Emmanuel is who again? Sorry. Brandon is outside national one, right? Sure. Trixie, Zayden, Is the answer still correct? No. Okay. Then what should it be? Negative 0. Let me try. 4.5 divided by negative 2.7 minus 0.65. Negative 0.5. Thank you for pointing out. Okay. Negative what? 0.0? Sorry. Thank you. I purposely one. Okay. Next your Rina. Carmen.